Hello everybody and welcome. It is me on my own this week. No one, just Wi-Fi in my COVID station. I bring to you round 5 of the IRT Championship, what we call it, Esports event. I must be very politically correct with that one. The IRT Esports event. We are on round 5 at Baku. Pretty good lineup here actually of races. We've all got 15 people that have turned up to race, so for a team event, not just about halfway through, not really up to standard, but hopefully we can get that back as soon as possible. I am going to be bringing you the coverage on my own today. I am very, very sick. You're going to hear a lot of sniffs and sneezes and coughs. Just have to get over it. It won't sound much worse than these multiplayer car engines, so we'll be okay. And I'm going to go on board. I think we might be LFR Adakov, who's our first person to start a lap. No, it's not. We'll stay on board with them anyway, as they're going to just get up to turn 1 now. Takes a little bit of curve, but not too bad. I'm going to try to change. It's a little bit there. Try to hide that out of the way for now. Takes that very well, and he's actually going to get slipstream straight away from his teammates, all working together from the get-go on the first lap. You don't see that very often, but we love to see it. Can he nail it? Can he make use of it? I think a lot of times we see people give slipstream and then they mess up the lap like two corners later, so hopefully we don't get that today. I think that happened actually yesterday in an event. I give Wouter some slipstream and he messed it up by coming about 9th in qualifying because he's absolutely useless. But pretty clean lap here from LFR Adakov at the moment. As you're going to say, this infamous castle section, you've got to have some cojones on you to get through that, with carrying quite a lot of speed actually. For a first run, he's not taking this too gentle, and that's good to see. He's pushing from the get-go. If he can nail these last few corners, which this one's a very difficult corner, completely avoids the curve, doesn't want to take the risk on the bunny hop. As he comes up now to what I call the last corner. Technically it's not the last corner of a challenge, although I will say if you come through this section with a little bit of wing damage, it can cause absolute mayhem. But LFR Adakov makes his way down the straight. Maybe could have benefited more getting slipstream here, if I'm being honest. Not sure they timed that quite the way they wanted to, but Hullet with a 38.7 and Adakov with a 38 flat, and like I was saying, very, very good lap time to get us started, and he'll be going into this session now with a little bit of confidence, because that is a banker and a half. As I'm going to go to the tyres. As you can see, Rute Hullet, who also very quick driver, 7 tenths off the pace on the first lap. I'm not sure if he made any mistakes, as Marcus there comes through with a 0.5, another 0.7 from Stevens. So early on, as people are starting to come through with their lap times now, it's looking like Adakov, league of his own early on in this session. Let's see if we can go on board with anyone else. Ivory Mike is coming down the back straight now. Ivory Mike drives 0 assists. Infamous respect for that. You're talking to a person that runs manual, well, automatic gears, everything that you can with a 41.6. Maybe you should start turning the assist back on. Who else have we got there? Anyone else coming down the straight? Who's this? Carwin Robb, a driver that we know has got some pace in him. A 38.6, not a bad lap time to get started whatsoever. Puts him into P4. I think we've seen a few invalidations maybe, but it's very hard track to invalidate on. Maybe this corner that we've just seen Patuka coming through, if you take it a little bit too much, you can probably pick it. Oh! And I'm not sure if that was lag or if he's picked up some damage. He hit the wall on my screen, but I don't see any damage on the front wing, so he's gotten away with it. Or just a little bit of lag, but we'll keep on board with him because I'm not too sure how the lap is. I'm not going to pretend to know any corner names. He has taken that a lot slower than usual, though. I can point that out. But yeah, I don't know any corner names. I'm a bit useless when it comes to corner names. This is actually, I think, my first time being lead com, just for the main reason that I don't know the corner names. But Patuka, we'll see what he can do as he comes down to the line. The only person doing medium run is his teammate, and I think Patuka is going to be coming into the pits. So yeah, his teammate's coming down. Patuka choosing not to give him slipstream, which is Interesting. I think I'd have done that if I was doing a team event. But never mind, he's coming into the pit, so he's not happy with his lap. And if I'd have looked in the top right, I'd have probably gathered that. But we'll go on board with... Oh no, Walter's just invalidated, the cheating scumbag. So we'll go over to Ariel-P's, as he's going to come to finish his lap now. Obviously, Ariel, very, very good so far in this event. A dominant lead at the moment, 91 points ahead of second place. Yeah, teams have to be quite careful in this, because obviously the way the stewards go, this in a team event, you're punished with point removal. So you are racing as a team, and I think a lot of people do forget you are racing as part of a team. But Pease crosses the line, 38.3, not good enough, but gets him on the second row of the grid after we complete the opening round of laps, kind of. I think as well to go on again, he doesn't seem to be doing a slow in lap. I think Walter might be going again, so we'll stay on board with him, unless that was his out lap and he just invalidated his out lap. But and he almost got too much grip, hit the inside of the wall, and that's going to cost him some time. So whether he completes that lap or goes into the pits, we'll find out. You don't want to be doing too many laps on these tyres, for obvious reasons of tyre wear is very, very high. What is it very high? On the softs it's very high at Baku. I know like people pit quite early on the softs. Have we got anyone else coming out? We've got Pease, obviously he's coming in. I wonder if Walter's going to try complete this lap. I think that's the only person we can really go on board with at the moment. Obviously we cut away for a few seconds, didn't quite see the whole of his lap. We saw him make that little mistake. Will he try to complete the lap anyway? That will have cost him a fair decent amount of time, because that corner is very much about how much speed you carry through. And he's not going to carry on as he goes into the pits. And this will be another run for the Royal driver, who's currently sat in 14th place. Whilst people are out on their out laps, I do want to point out the fact that there are only 15 drivers can really throw a spanner into the works, mainly with the drivers a bit lower down that don't think they can get the top positions. They might be thinking the alt strategy here is going to be a lot more beneficial than normal, because there's 5 less drivers to compete with on that alternate strategy. So if you start off on the mediums, dare I say the hards, start outside the top 10, there's only 5 of you, so a very viable strategy that normally is powerful anyway, even more powerful now with the lack of drivers that have turned up today. As Adakov, we went on board with him last time, we'll stay on board with him again. He got a 38.0 on his first lap. Will he improve? Once again getting slipstream from Jam, probably not as effective this time. He's probably not going to speed than he was last time. Once again doing it down this straight, which is interesting, but I guess that's where they feels best. So Adakov, let's see if we can make use of it. Great teamwork from LFR, and it's working out for them. They're both top 2 at the moment, so just going to show this is a team event. I think I'm purple sector 1, so improving at the moment. You can probably hear my laptop beeping every 3 seconds because of Discord. I apologise for that, but I think he did quite... Oh, very close to the wall there, maximising any little inch that he can get. And this is almost similar to that Max Verstappen lap that we saw at Jeddah real life, almost touching the wall at every single corner. Look at that, look how close he gets, and this time takes a little bit more curve on the inside. Might have affected him. You kind of have to go full send with that or not at all. Same with here, he touches the inside, but if you can control it well, keeps it within the white lines only just, and this is looking like a fantastic lap. And he is not messing about. LFR Adakov is going to come down this back straight now, this long back straight. If you're in this in the race and you've not got DRS, you could feel like a wounded animal as you can just see people like hunt behind you. He's going to come down. Can he get it to the 37s? No, it's a 38.3. So that little mistake just at the start of Sector 2 clearly costed him a lot more time than we thought, but he's clearly got the pace in him. Is anyone else coming up to finish their lap? We're going to come to... Is it Petuka? No, it's Urpek who's coming down. And that puts him pole. A 37.7! 3 tenths faster, and I apologise that we didn't get to see that. 3 tenths faster. What a brilliant lap that is, a 37.7 to get things really upshifted there, as we're going to go on board with RLPs, who a decent lock up there going into turn 1. Pete's one of those drivers, he is terrible at the game. Obviously, I think what's happened with Relentless is they've seen they've got a 91 point gap and they've thought, we'll throw RLPs in there today. He's that kid, do you remember when you used to go to school and you all pick your football teams and there's that little fat kid left at the end? That is RLPs. He gets thrown in every now and again, but they're giving him his drive today and he's going to try prove his point, prove that he belongs in this team. Because we've got a yellow flag, so I'm not too certain what that is for, but we'll stay on board with these. This has been a terrible lap so far. What did we expect at the end of the day? They are running a terrible driver, but he's going to come down through the castle section, takes it very tight. I'll give him props where it's due. Completely misses the apex there. That's probably about as lost as Manny McCann is these days, and he invalidates the lap. And like I said, useless. I don't prove my point. Thank you very much. We're going to go. Is anyone else on a lap at the moment? EVG Ragnar. I don't want to say that wrong. This could get me in trouble. Everyone else seems to be going quite slow, so we're going to stay aboard. I think this is the only person flying on a lap. I know someone just... Walter has completed a lap. Walter's on a 38.1. So, obviously, showing some points there. He messed up the first time, came back out. And that's going to be an invalidation for EVG Ragnar. Just goes slightly too wide at insert corner name here. Have we got anyone else on a lap, or are we just chilling? As P's going again? No. I think that's it for the time being, maybe. I think we've got a... Have we got any driver going anywhere? I don't think so. Yeah, everyone's going quite slow at the moment. ESW on his out lap, keeping it in 6th gear. I think someone's trying to burn a little bit of fuel. My nose is so full. Now, whilst we wait, I can point out now the F2 Sure report has just come out for LOE, and it is once again biased as anything. If that was me doing that, that would be a 5-second penalty. But obviously the agenda against me is as per usual. I've got Hulk coming on. No, we're going to stay. I think we'll go back onto Ivory Mike. He seems like the... No, it's not Ivory Mike. It's ESW... Junior starting a lap? Is he going to be the first one to start a lap? I think it might be, as we've got 3 minutes left of the session. Drivers will have to start coming out soon to get their lap done. Right, I'm back. Had to blow my nose there. Apologies, guys. Right, so ESW Junior. I think, is it Junior or we're going to go JR? I think we'll go ESW JR. We'll stay aboard with him. 10th place at the moment with a 38.599. On the brink of that alt strategy, we could say. Let's see if he wants to improve, or maybe he wants to just sit behind. Obviously, he might think he has the time to really improve and get into the top 5. But other than that, at this point now, you're going to start thinking, do I want to start outside the top 10? But he is 3 thousandths of a second down on his time at the moment. Maybe he had a really bad last sector, who knows? A little bit soft on the throttle there, could probably got the power down a little bit earlier. Comes very close to the wall, doesn't quite take that as sharp as he could as well, so there is time to find on this lap, but either way he is... I think this should be maybe an improvement on what he had before. It's looking decent, as Ivory Mike retires from the session. he deducts he doesn't have enough time to carry on. He'll be starting last no matter what happens now. Takes a lot of curb there. Does ESW gets very shaken the exit because of it. The angle, he didn't quite set himself up right for it, and he can't afford to go in again, so he's going to have to settle for this lap now. We'll see what happens with it. He's going to come down to the line. Can he get himself any further up? Will he back off and try to get outside? That's what I would do, and that's what he's going to do. So we're going to go now. Is this Razorback on a lap time at the moment? Currently sat in P8. I think he's the first of our runners. Is it? Maybe not. We're going to switch for a second to Patuka. I think he's going to come do his lap. He's, according to the Delta, nearly 2 tenths up on his time. Probably not going to be enough, but it does lie a lot, the Delta, but it's a 38.6. So I guess in P12 sets himself up decently for the alternate strategy at the front of those front 5 at the moment, but CPI Razorback, we'll go back to him as he comes down the straight. It's a long way, isn't it? He's coming very close to the wall. I don't think that's going to gain you any time, but improvement up into 8th place, and that's going to be the highest he can start. He might be hoping for a few people to maybe finish ahead of him. So is there anyone else coming down the straight? Oh, there's a few drivers coming down. Wow, so this is P's. He's just about to start his lap. Yeah, I think he's just about to start his lap. So we'll go on board with that. P's, we showed he has the pace. In previous events he showed. I know at Imola he was very strong. I think it was him and Jerome. Or maybe Justas. One of the two. Or maybe none. But either way, he was rubbish there because he couldn't keep up with his teammate. But he's going to try again now. Takes that a lot cleaner than last time. Still probably could have got the power down a little bit earlier, I want to say. But I'm also terrible at the game, so who am I to really judge? But I think he'll be hoping... He wants to get himself really inside the top 5 as there's a car just parked in the middle of the castle section. Not sure how healthy that is, but I didn't think it affects P's lap time too much. Yellow flags as he comes down to this really difficult corner. Completely avoids the curb, takes that quite well, clips the wall. Not sure if there's any damage. I think that was just merely a sound effect, but he keeps it within... Doesn't get any wheel spin, which is very good. Coming through this last X section now. Can he improve in his lap time? His teammates just coming to the line as well. Can Walter improve? We'll find out. Walter does improve up into 3rd place. Got Patuka, I think, running down. Oh no, that's Erpek. I think he improved in his lap time again with a 0.5. And P's goes 2nd with a 0.8. Who's this coming down to the line now? We've got Juan coming down. He puts himself P2. So everyone improving at the end now. Holy, I know he can get some very good lap times. He's very close to perfecting everything, but this is going to be not so good of a lap time. That's a 2 minute 6. That's 2 minute 6. So this is how things have ended up. NLR Erpek with an incredible lap time there. A 37.599. Almost 2 whole temps faster than 2nd place, which is LFR Schwam, and we've got RLPs in 3rd, BNLRE Marcus in 4th. I'm not sure what we're waiting for there, but yeah, 4 different teams at the front, which is very good to see. We're going to carry that over to the race, and I am just going to go blow my nose and take some ibuprofen because my head is killing me, so I will be right back in time for the race. Right, we are back. Apologies, I am absolutely in a dire state right now. My voice is killing, my nose is killing, my head's killing. Hopefully, this tablet runs into effect soon. If not, I might have to turn to the devil's lettuce to maybe help me out a little bit. Right, we're gonna. Oh, Jesus. I just cut to jam there. It's weaving all over the place. Right. We'll cut back over now. We've got the front four, like I was saying: NLR Erpek, LFR Juam, RLPs, and BNLRE Marcus. All from different teams, which is very good to see in a team event. I like to see how diverse it is at the front. We've got Walter there in fifth. I need to get the telemetry up for you guys, show what tyres people are on. Everyone, like we expected. Apart from Patuka. Patuka's going onto the hard, so not anticipating a safety car early on. Maybe he's thinking there's less drivers on the grid, less chance of accidents, but Baku's one of those tracks where a safety car can come out quite easily because your car's going to be in the way if it crashes into a wall. But either way, everyone apart from that on the mediums. These drivers at the back, you have to think will be ones to look out for, especially with there being less drivers. They've got a lot more chance at making up positions, really. They're not fighting as many people. But I do think these medium runners, they have to be smart. There's two from the same team here, so hopefully they can work together. These guys have to work together, because when the soft runners pit, they're going to kind of need each other's time and DRS to get an advantage. So this will be interesting. We're going to go to the front of the grid. Turn 1 and 2 at Baku can be very, very interesting as they line up. I've actually not done a race start before, guys. Normally I leave that up to the other person, so we're going to do this ourselves as they line up on the grid. I'm not sure if people in game chat can hear me. If you can and you're not in a party chat, don't care. Where's the lights? Are we waiting for lights? What's going on? What are we waiting for? Oh, I don't want to have to do a reset. I don't know what I'm doing. We seem to be waiting an awfully long time. Is there anything at the back that's going on here? No. Oh dear. Well, we are waiting. It's looking like we're going to have a few issues. The tyres must be freezing at this point. Oh, this is an absolute nightmare. I'm going to guess we're probably going to have a lobby restart. We're going to try and get this done as fast as possible. I did tell my missus I'd be done by half 8. I'm expecting some sex tonight. So if we go over that, you guys have ruined my evening. So yeah, I'm going to back out. We're going to try and get this restarted as soon as we can. Apologies for that.